it's Alec on the bridge of the USS Ares for your Axanar update. And this month I got our co-director, editor, post-production supervisor, sound designer, and all-around good guy, Mark Edward Lewis, who is here in Atlanta for a little while, and we've been working away. We want to tell you what's happening. So first of all, as many of you know, the Screen Actors Guild, the union for the actors, of which I'm a part, has gone on strike, and that means no one can work. So our shoot that was scheduled for the end of August has been postponed. However, SAG has a program called the Independent Film Waiver Program, at least that's what we call it, and we've applied for that waiver. What that allows you, as long as you are basically not aligned with a member of the studio guild, that the studio association that they're basically striking against. And that's all the major studios and distribution companies or whatever. As long as you have a film that has no distribution, that's not working with a major studio, you can get a waiver and still do your production. So we've applied for that program. We're hoping to get a phone call here in the next week or so. They're already approving productions, and they're approving productions way bigger than ours. So we hope to get that. Once we get that, we are going to schedule the next shoot. We're hoping the end of September. That's right now. So that would only delay us a month, and that would be really, really great. We're really excited. We have one shoot left. We're going to shoot 3 or 4 days here in Atlanta. We're bringing in all the special effects makeup experts. We're bringing in the 7 actors who need to finish their shots, because we've got 10 in the can out of 17, so 7 more actors. And we are done with principal photography, and we're really excited about that. So, the other big news is Axanar now has 2 benefactors, 3 actually, I should say, who have committed to fund the entirety of Axanar through post-production and release. We are so thankful, which is great news. That means we don't have to raise any more money. If we do raise money, it'll be to help the studio out. But Axanar is fully funded, and that is just phenomenal news. And basically, it's a former donor who looked at us and said, he said, Alec, you are either insane or the most determined person I've ever met, and I want to fund Axanar because I love what you're doing. And God bless him. We'll have him on one of the future updates because he's amazing. Him and his partner, who lives in Japan actually and is involved in the film industry. But that is great news. So that means we're really rolling here. We've got one shoot left, we're funded, and we can't wait to get to post-production. So in the meantime, something that we haven't done before has been done, and Mark's driving that process, and that is we have taken all the footage we've shot from the 2021 shoot, from this past January shoot, and from the 2019 shoot. Mark has edited into a timeline, an assembly. So why don't you tell the fans what that means? What is it, this timeline, this assembly, and how is it helping us?
Super. So a timeline is where we put all the footage and we watch it from end to end. It's where all the visual effects go, where the sound effects go. And normally that's where we do the cut, right? In the final, it ends up being, the timeline is where the real work is done in post-production. But we thought, hey, why don't we do a little post-production and pre-production, which is the way I always like to think, and let's take the footage that we have and the script items that we haven't yet shot and just make we call them slugs, a piece of visual text that describes what the dialogue would be in the script that otherwise an actor would say.
So you at least you understand the flow, and then we do a voiceover.
Yeah.
A temp voiceover.
A very temp voiceover. It's basically me, you, and Crystal basically doing all our voiceovers. So it's silly from a production standpoint, but incredibly valuable from a script writing, from a concept
story,
situation.
Yeah.
Because although we've had some slowdowns and a few things, what's actually been as a benefit to us, because we've been able to go back to the script and say, hey, if we put this into a timeline with real time happening between the shoot, the 2019, the 2021, etc., how does it feel? And we've made some significant and incredibly important changes, not only redoing the whole ending of some of these,
both of them.
Yeah, but pulling stuff out that we really didn't need, that not only helped us get back under the guidelines, but also make things flow so much better. And one of the other things I don't think we really realized until we put these assemblies together for episode 4 and 5 was that, we like to throw, like the great writing teachers say, you got to get your protagonist up into a tree, but then you got to light the tree on fire and figure out how he's going to get him down. It definitely got the protagonist up into the tree, but there was no flaming torches and nothing happening. So we were able to ramp up, thanks to Alec's creativity also, in particular saying one day, hey, what if we do this? And it's like, wow, that changes everything. It's much more intense for the Federation now than it ever was before, which is important for telling a story.
Yeah, so we're real excited. And remember, Prelude to Axanar was episode 3. There are no episodes 1 and 2. So this is episodes 4 and 5, and it will tell the story. These are of the 4 Years' War. It's the last 2 episodes we're doing. We basically took the 2-hour feature film script, chunked it down into a half hour to meet the guidelines, and we're real excited about it. And episode 4 right now is just about done, and we're real excited about it. And now we're really diving into episode 5, which just needs a lot more work because there's so much happening in episode 5. It's insane.
Yeah, it's really the visual effects heavy where the battle really is raging, and then also we have to end it in the right way.
Yeah. So there you go. So that's been an incredibly useful tool. I mean, we're on like iteration 4 or 5 of those. Yeah. I mean, and it's really helped us to make sure, because now we can see visually, does this work? And yeah, it really worked. We're really, really excited. So that's what's happening in Axanar. Stay tuned. Next month, what we've done is Mark, myself, and Jeff Fagan, our DP, our Director of Photography, are all coming back here, and we are going to previs the shoot that we're going to do hopefully at the end of September. And so all the work that's going to happen on the bridge, all the insert shots, like from the 4 Years' War that we're going to use, we're going to make sure we have all of that down cold. So when we come here, hopefully in September, we can knock it out. We will be a well-oiled machine. And so that's another thing we've never done before, is that kind of prep. That's going to be a whole weekend of prep. So there you go. Hopefully it'll be a little cooler, because right now it's 95 degrees in the studio. We are sweating our butts off. And we're going to go have a cold beer after this, I think. So that's it. Thank you so much for your donations, for your patience. We are excited. If all goes well, we are going to be releasing this next year at San Diego Comic-Con. I've already been looking at theaters, and you are all welcome. We're also going to be doing a screening, a red carpet premiere at the Grauman's Chinese Theater in LA, the classic, legendary Grauman's Chinese Theater, where I got to see Star Trek 2009. I got to see the red carpet premiere there. You don't use the big 3,000 seats theater, but they have other theaters that are right there at where the Oscars happen, and they've got all sorts of wonderful little small. They've got a whole multiplex there, and they've got set up so independent films can do red carpet premieres. So we're going to do one for Axanar, and you are all invited, and it won't cost you a dime. So that's it. Thank you so much. We'll see you in a month, and until then, live long and prosper.